Another lockdown is going to come in January or December. So I worked as hard as I could. I took every gig. And now that everything is open, I'm tired. I am. Well, I sound like an asshole at home when I go, I want to be on leave, you know. Like, my wife's saying, go work. I'm like, but I don't want to. Like, I think I'm tired and I'm scared that if I went back on stage and I did it, even if I don't want to do it, then I'm going to hate it. I'm going to hate it, not her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the reason you're tired as well is because you've got 2 children. One under, what? One is 2 already.
Oh man, I have a 10-month-old baby
Yeah.
and a 10-year-old. We
Wow.
made. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Once a decade.
You know what? The lockdown baby had to.
It's Kino. I was going to say that if anyone would know that, it is Kino, because he's also.
But you know, you got one, right? Hey
You've
man. Hey man. Two kids is like I'm like, thank you for having me. Like, I would rather be here. Thank you very much.
2 kids. I don't know how you do it, because I've got one, and I shut down shop. I had one. I was like, oh no. The plan was 2 or 3. I'm going to be, Earth Mother. And I had one, and I was, oh, no. Tubes tied, that's it. Game over.
I think that's where I am right now. I think that's where I'm at, like, please, Jesus, no.
Yeah.
But my wife wants a 3rd kid. That's,
Woo.
like, my wife.
Ellen.
My wife, yeah, like, she, you know what? I think she's cool with waiting. She's like, yeah. Like,
She's
my
patient.
wife really wants a
Yeah.
she really. No, I'm like, I don't want this thing. I'm done. And
Yeah.
also, it's 2 girls, so it's that vibe of, but we need a son, guys. I don't need a son, eh?
No. No.
Fine.
But also, you've just going to be, like, 10-year-old is just going to be finished doing your face, and now baby's going to be going into your makeup phase. Because, KG, you're good with that. Baby comes up, Daddy, I want to make, Ellen comes home, KG's in drag.
Oh yeah, I'm super dead. I'm domesticated as fuck. Like I can't change a tire, but man, I can mop the shit out of the floors, bro. I don't know how to fix things, but I pay people for that. Like,
Yeah.
but when it comes to mopping the floors and washing dishes, guys, I wash dishes. Like I don't even complain about. Oh yeah, no, but that's what I've learned now.
Yeah.
I've learned that I'm a keeper because I can do those things.
Yes. Will you please, Dad, Asana, come to my house and,
No.
teach my husband. I know you're watching. You know this is the lesson.
Hey, comrade, like I'm domesticated.
Kino is good though, because Kino cooks.
Cook, you clean. Oh.
It's the perfect duo.
I cook and clean, guys.
Wow. Kino, how are you managing with
I think it's just about distribution of labor. These things have to be
Okay.
done. You
Yeah.
know, we all live in the same house. The towels need to be folded. It's
Yeah.
not going to magically appear in the cupboard. So somebody got to do it. So we must do it. You know,
Yeah.
I wash dishes, I iron. I lived on my own from when I was like 21.
Yeah.
There was no one else there to make food, do a shopping, make a loaf of bread, stretch for a week. You know, these things you learn. You need to learn.
Yeah.
You need to learn. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if I speak to both of your wives, are they going to say, yes, Fiona, this is the life we're living?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it because it's just women here.
Because
No,
it's an
if you
all-
call the missus,
because it's an
she'll tell
all-female
you,
audience.
Yeah, and comrade, I see you, comrade. Thank you for representing
Yeah.
male folk in the audience. No, the wife will tell you for sure, like, this guy,
Yeah,
he actually does these things.
nice. And Lee, so you are nodding and that this is perfect, the life of a single girl.
Because I'm the only one at the table that doesn't have kids.
I know,
I'm
and I
kidless.
think
unless you, I guess unless you count the boys I date, I don't know. Yeah.
well,
Then it's like
Them-
having a kid, right?
I think they're more fun than children actually.
Shots fired.
I think, yeah, I think that's more. Yeah, you are living your best life. Because I love my child more than life itself. But honestly, I look at my single female friends who don't have children, and I have envy. You know, when you go, oh, free time, nap in the afternoon.
I'm not a napper in the day.
But they have the option of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm usually cleaning. That's why.
I'm
'Cause
surrounded by cleaners.
Because you've got a kid.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm a napper because I've got a kid. The problem is, if I had time to nap, I probably wouldn't be able to anyway. But it would be nice to have the thought of it. It's like, oh, a nap.
Yeah. No,
You know.
I've never been a day napper, I must be honest.
Yeah.
But I do love to clean. It's a sick OCD, I think. But yeah.
All of you are welcome at my house any day. You are totally welcome. We're going to have a commercial break in a minute or so. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Lee. Lee, you're going to be in the hot seat. Lee is fabulous. She's an incredible actress, incredible singer. But my favorite thing about Lee, my favorite part of your work, is your podcast, where Lee says anything and says things that I am always shy to talk about.
Well, that's why the hashtag is no condom on the conversation.
Yes.
No, but it's true.
It's that kind of podcast. Stay tuned. We'll be talking to Lee next. I think we're going to commercial break. There we go.
Maurice Merlingson's mind swirled with ideas,
So, what's the story, Morris?
but it was never the right time to share his work. The demand was only a distraction.
Darling, just share. Dad, can I have a story?
With innovation as his only destination, he set off for new discoveries, a land of uncharted stories. No idea was worth sharing until he had redefined perfection. But the perfect discovery had left him behind.
Hey, you look like you've been on a journey. So what's your story?
For exceptional ideas are meant to be shared.
Guys, welcome to the show. And we're back, as I said. Well, if you're joining us, welcome to the show, coming to you live from Boca Creative Studio in Sea Point. We have a fabulous live audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're hearing any other ambient noise, it is bustling Sea Point. So you can hear a lot of traffic and noise and dodgy sounds like stuff coming from a certain podcast. That
Oh, that's not. Are you referring
no,
to me?
I'm joking.
Because I'm the only one with a podcast
No,
up here,
you're
right?
the only one on the podcast at the moment. Just to reintroduce my guest, if you're just joining us, the fabulous KG super comic, Lee. Thank you.
Let me try this again.
Lee Brembridge.
Yeah.
Oh God, I knew I'd get it right. Second time. I need to repeat it.
Thank you for not fucking up my name. a second
Repetition, repetition, repetition. I will never get it wrong again. Otherwise, I will never live it down. What? And Kino Lee Hector, our super singer and actor. So we promised you all sorts of chat when you come back. Lee.
time. Yes.
Okay, first of all, a lot of people know you as an actress. You're a working actress and a TV presenter, and actually you're no stranger to Boca because you presented the Boca Film Festival live
I
on the
did
red
last
carpet.
year.
Yes.
It was beautiful, yeah.
But the big thing that I wanted to chat about is the podcast.
That podcast. Yes, I just got a note from the producer after the last segment, and he said, just remember you're a single girl. Put that mic right in your mouth. Because no one could hear me in the first segment. So,
Yes.
like, Chris, am I good now? Can you hear
Single
me?
girls.
Does it look as phallic as it should? Okay. So the
Yes.
podcast, Bareback Stories, which has been on a very extended hiatus, longer than it was intended to be, but so much happened with
Yeah.
COVID and the industry imploding and work just drying up. And I don't know, the guys were telling me how they've, Kino, you were saying you did
He's doing
7
great.
fucking movies last
Kino's
year.
doing, listen,
I'm sitting here going,
Kino's
my
been...
agent said there was no
Yes. Yes. Not only 7 movies, Kino is a meme. Not a meme, a GIF. Kino, I discovered this totally by mistake. You know when you commenting on something and you want to put a GIF in, it was on the BBC or something, and I went to be like, no, and that's Kino! Amazing. You know you've made it when you're an
GIF.
actual Facebook GIF.
well, or is that better than a meme?
No.
I think
Well,
anyone can be a meme.
You can make a meme about yourself. I've done it. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone can be a meme, but I think Facebook have to choose you.
But
To
if you're
be
a
a
GIF,
GIF.
then you've really made.
If you're a GIF,
okay.
you've arrived.
All right. We'll have to find a Bareback Stories GIF. Because
We will.
I've kind of looked up GIFs for that type of idea, and I haven't found one yet.
Is there
so maybe
nothing?
we'll have to
You can be the
I'll have to-
first.
I'll have to.
Trailblazer.
yeah,
Yes.
Make the first. Does that include videoing of? Is it like live picture videoing? Do we have to do that?
Think
Do I have
it's
to be in the GIF?
You have to be in the GIF, but I
Ah.
think it's within Facebook standards.
Oh,
So it might have to be more leaning towards
she
the
knows me. You must
spirituality
know my work
side.
already. You know why the hashtag's no condom on the conversation, right?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
might have to be leaning slightly more towards the spirituality
The
side of
PG
your,
side.
of
Okay.
your
Okay.
podcast.
I imagine when you enter bareback stories and you're trying to find a GIF, it's going to be very interesting.
You're going to get a lot of
the
ponies.
results that you receive.
I've seen a couple, like I've tried, yeah. Nothing really makes any sense to me, to
It's all
my
about
mind.
the horses.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's on hiatus, and I also moved to Johannesburg of all places. And people looked at me and they were like, "Hang on a second, say that again." Yeah, if I had a dollar for every time someone said why,
Everyone
I
in
would have
Cape
paid my
Town.
rent for a year.
Everyone in Cape Town's
yeah.
going to say why.
Well, in Joburg as well, they were like, wait, you moved from Cape Town to Joburg, not from Joburg to Cape Town.
It's like a
And so
salmon.
like,
You're swimming
well,
against.
Because I
stream.
don't follow trends necessarily,
No, don't-
you
nor
know,
should you.
and with COVID imploding the industry and it just work drying up and just being totally fuck up, What's the word? What's the word of COVID? Pivot. Didn't you find like pivot is like the most overused word, especially of 2020? So we had a pivot.
Reinvent.
Yeah, reinvent. So I call this my reinvention tour.
Okay.
Moving to Johannesburg.
Okay.
But I got to tell you, I've always loved Joburg. I love the people. The people there are amazing. I mean, I'm a Cape Townian, born and bred, but the Joburgers, I'm sorry, they're really, really, really friendly people and very helpful. And
KG, you from?
yeah.
You from Pretoria? Or Joburg?
Yeah.
You're a very single lady.
So it's a hazard because we both ask questions.
Oh yeah, I'm from Pretoria, and I get exactly what you're saying. I think the people up north are really, not that you guys are cuck. You guys are cool, very cool, but it's different. Of course you are. Yeah, of course.
In other words, not cuck.
Yeah, but the thing that you're saying, I think that's what I miss the most. It's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bit less chilled.
No, it's not less chilled. It's
Yeah, it's definitely not chill.
This is less chilled. This is so chilled it's annoying.
No, I mean
Yeah.
Cape Town.
This is chilled it's annoying. It took me a while to get used to how chilled Cape Town is.
That's what I'm saying. Up there is a bit less chilled.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is Cape Town. You guys arrive at work at 10 o'clock. You guys arrive at 10 o'clock, guys. Yeah, they go like, leave at 4 and they go, we're going to Sundowners. Guys, we're still working. What is Sundowners? We're still working here.
What are you talking about? You arrive at work at like 8 in the evening and leave at 9.
Yeah, but I had a life before.
In your
Before
IT,
jokes.
In your IT days.
Yes, yeah, in my IT days. Oh my God. Yeah, I you know, like, and I'd go and you guys would be very relaxed. You guys would be driving 80 on the freeway, just Lexi Daisy, like. I vented somebody. I vented once, and then somebody said, "It's lekker medicine." Get the fuck out of here.
You know, they drive. I'm a Cape Townian, and everyone says we're bad drivers, but 80 is the fastest, but they also do it in the fast lane.
Yeah.
Get out of the fucking fast lane at 80 Ks. Come on.
Guy, yo. And back then I had a GP number plate, so I looked like an asshole. Now I got a CA number plate. I'm a Cape Town asshole. It helps.
I actually kept my CA license plate in Joburg. I've been there 4 months and I still have it. And everyone was like, "Are you crazy? They're going to run you off the road." Yeah. But no, because every time I don't know where the fuck I'm going, and every time I make a mistake, I'm just like, "Okay,
Sorry."
what do you expect?
Yeah.
So it's fine because I live with the maps. I don't go anywhere without my maps on my phone. So
Yes. The podcast.
the podcast. So it's on hiatus, and
But it's coming back.
it will be coming back. It's slightly different to the way it all morphed from Lee Live to Bareback Stories in the last, I think it's almost 4 years now that I've been at it, and the different platforms that I was on, the internet platforms, and everything just, I'd be on one, it was going great for 6 months, and then life happened, something happened, and we got sold or had to move, and then I had to start again, and same with Bareback Stories, and then just with COVID, we were doing a lot on Facebook last year, 2020. It was live a lot, and I had another show, and it was going really great. But then I got a bit burnt out with everything, and I lost my dog. My dog got really sick, so she was my child, and I took time out to nurse her and just spend time with her. And then, 2021 started, and things happen, and then the move. So I just haven't got there. But I've been encouraged, funnily enough, by a lot of my girlfriends, and I have an incredible tribe of girlfriends. One of them happens to be sitting in the audience today. She's known me a long time, and they actually, a lot of them encouraged me over the years. They said, originally with Lee Live, it was the conversations people find difficult to talk about, the questions that people find difficult to ask, because I'm someone that does not find anything difficult to talk about, honestly, from the most deep, the most serious, to the most hysterical. You can hear my mouth. I might look like a ballerina, they say, but I have a mouth like a trucker. And they just said you're someone who is so comfortable talking about sex and sexuality and sexualism, and from the really ugly parts, the really dark parts, to the really fun and naughty, or whatever you consider naughty parts. But it's a conversation. Yeah, you want to have a conversation about it? Does someone have something to say? Do you want to share?
Children are watching. Ooh, yeah.
So these are conversations. You're going to tune in, right?
Ooh.
Okay, just very, very excited. So there's a lot to say about sex that is not being said. It has been considered a taboo subject for so long. And it really, really needs to be more in the open, especially with along the lines and holding hands with the rise in mental awareness and the struggles that most people have, and relationships, tie in there with getting to know yourself and what you want and what you like and what you don't like, and people struggling to actually even open up to their own partners.
Yeah.
So come on my podcast, and you can talk to me, and then we'll just send your partner a memo.
So talk to Lee, and she'll fix it. Lee will fix it. The other thing I was going to say about you, he knows. Actually, follow Lee on Insta and Facebook
the
and
links,
all
not
the
the
platforms.
links. You were very excited now, so now here's the lady.
Audience is getting rowdy. Listen. It's a hazard.
It's so cool. I'm so sorry, Jamie. It's so cool to watch you guys from here. Because, women love sex. You guys get excited. Look at you guys. Look at the two dudes. The two dudes are still composed. You guys are like, dude in the white shirt. Yeah, ma'am. You're going to work today. This dude in the white shirt, he's smiling, man. He's like, yeah. Hey, you're getting lucky today.
No, my poor audience were not ready for this. Lee, what I did want to say, just touching on what you were saying about the last few years, that things have been up and down.
Yeah.
One thing you, as a performer, as somebody who works in the public entertainment in general, one thing you are great at doing is getting back up.
Yes.
You don't have that thing of, now I'm just going to give up. Oh, it's gone too bad. I'm going to give up. You've never ever done that, and I don't.
No.
You never
It's
will.
not it's not part
Yeah.
of my personality or my character.
Yeah.
I've just always been one of those people that just you have your moment, and I think it's very important to have those moments. Let yourself
Yeah.
fall apart a little bit, fall to pieces, cry, scream, whatever
Yeah.
you need to do. Everyone's is different.
Yeah.
There's no shame in it. There's nothing that's right or wrong. You have to emote. It's
Yeah.
very, very important to feel. One of my older
Absolutely.
hashtags used to be #feel, deal, heal.
Yeah.
It's the only way you do it.
True.
Thanks. And and when things just fall apart and stuff happens and life gets in the way, and then you have that moment, and then you're like, okay, now what? What's
Yeah.
next? You get up and you get on with things. Because
Yeah.
I'm honestly generally a very positive person, and I love life. So,
Yeah.
and I do believe that things happen for a reason. So,
Yeah.
okay, there's another plan. So it's just another
But
reason.
it's also, it's fantastic because you obviously started as an actress, but it's not like, okay, let me go and teach or something, or let me go and you adapt, do something, make a different plan, and that is such a nice, it's such an important quality, especially in South Africa, unfortunately, in our entertainment
Thanks.
industry, because you can't, stick in your lane and go. But
Well, most of us in the industry, though, all have, we multitask, though. We're
Yeah, we
the
have to.
finest multitaskers
Yeah.
you can find, the creatives,
Juggling.
because we have to, because earning a living, unfortunately, in this country, in this climate today, is almost impossible. Creatives
Yeah.
are not worth their weight in gold, still not. And it's
Yeah.
not fair. That's a whole other conversation for another show, but yeah, so we have to do what we have to do, because we bring a lot of joy and a lot of money to a lot of people, and
Yeah.
the gross net of everything, and we don't really see the results of it mostly, and
it doesn't reach the end of the chain.
no,
It reaches everyone else along the way, and then
and
as artists, like,
it's
please.
hard. It's
Yeah.
damn hard to
Yeah.
be creative, and most of people have studied many years and spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money investing in their crafts. and
Yeah.
yet still struggle to earn a living. It's really
Yeah.
sad, and I hope after what's happening in this world and this global
Yeah.
transformation that changes.
Well, Kino, you've got a degree. Woo, like I was saying about the bustle of Sea Point.
That's my cousin.
Is that your cousin?
Drove past now.
Is that?
I told him I was going to be here, and I can't believe he's behaving like
You
this
take the
again.
muffler off his car.
You know, we spoke to him about it. The whole family's disappointed in him. If you're watching Byron, because you'll just be on your phone in that it's the Sierra.
Yeah.
I told you must leave that car alone, Byron. Damn it.
Not pitch up at my gig. Listen, we were talking about how a lot of us are, struggling in the entertainment industry, except Kinoli Hector,
No,
who has
guys.
done 9 movies or something. But what Lee was
So-
saying about people have studied and all of that. I mean, you went to UCT to study this.
I studied
So-
performance in theatre. Hey, thanks. Hey.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see, I
We've got academics
I
and
grew up in
theatre lovers.
Lansdowne. I would have gone to UW's, but it was very far to travel from Lansdowne.
Yeah.
Rondebosch is closer than, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't even know what UW's drama department is like, because I've never really. Do they have it? Does anybody know? Do they have a drama department? Do they do? Oh, okay, cool. That's probably great.
Yeah.
And Stellenbosch is too far, so UCT was the logical conclusion. And then I studied there. I didn't finish like a lot of people at
I
the
didn't either.
time.
You didn't go to the very end.
Didn't go to the very, very
You're
end.
doing well off it, though.
Nobody's ever asked me. You know, like,
really?
nobody's ever said.
Did you finish up? Where did you come? Where were you in the race?
In this industry, it's more about what you can do.
Yeah.
A lot about who you know.
Yeah.
And also how you look. You know, like there's certain things that work and certain things that don't. And even saying that I did 7 movies last year, they were all on shoestring budgets. The Afrikaans channel, the one of the pay channel, the Afrikaans one,
Yeah.
they do these movies where they give one production house 10 movies to do in 10 weeks. So we shot last year in August 2 of those movies that we did in 8 days. 2 movies in 8
Wasn't
days.
one of them being put forward for an Afrikaans language Oscar?
Oh, no. So Barakat was in the beginning of 2020 before Kofifi joined us here
Okay,
in
yeah,
Cape
yeah,
Town. You know, we were all hugging and kissing and loving each other.
Yeah.
And we've literally finished shooting like at the end of Feb. And obviously March is when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So, and when it hit hard. Everything closed down because
Yeah.
I was working for different companies. I do a lot of dubbing. I don't know if people out there in Facebook land and in our audience know that there are channels on those pay channels with like Indian people, and it's shows that come from India, but they speak with South African accents. That's not an accident. So the people that go in there and then you are Raj for the day and you do all of Raj's lines. No, but come on, Penelope, you cannot betray me like this. Why would you tell my father that story? Yeah, that's the stuff we do. I also do like Turkish shows.
Turkish as well.
From Turkish to Afrikaans. So one of the free channels that's not a number, it's a letter. You know what I'm doing? I don't know how you're supposed to do these things.
You can say it.
I'm
it's
playing.
fine. You can
I'm
say it.
playing
It's
charades
internet.
here.
Yeah.
Tweede letter
2
greep.
letters, 2 words.
No.
2 words, yeah.
So they do these Turkish shows, and one of the companies that I work for, they also do those shows. So I do like a couple of characters on there. But when the lockdown came, it shut. Everything was done. It was
Yeah.
gone. We were all just sitting at home making banana bread.
I
You
did.
didn't-
I learned how to cook.
Yeah,
Even I learned how to cook.
my wife did the banana bread. I just ate it, obviously. And then, yeah, but like things slowly but surely picked up, and I've been really lucky that for some strange reason, people now think I can speak Afrikaans, and I've done like
Could
a
you
hell of a
not?
lot of Afrikaans stuff. I didn't grow
You
up
weren't a
speaking
huge
Afrikaans. Grew up in Lansdowne, middle class, playing in the park.
KG,
no
on the other
Afrikaans.
hand,
Jy sit die pret in Pretoria.
KG went to like Afrikaans Seenshoor, or see, I can't speak Afrikaans. Dit is Xhosa, but not.
Yeah, like I haven't spoken Afrikaans in a while, but I can. Ek praat, yeah. I went to school there, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's in Pretoria. That's where they make Afrikaans people. That's where they manufacture them, and then
That's where they
they
come from.
distribute Devonville, like Belleville. They distribute, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to an Afrikaans high school, and yeah, that's what's up.
I thought moving to Joburg would help me also, like getting into the they wanted me to get into local TV because I have really never wanted to do local TV for so long. I was, one of those actresses and international
Fussy,
work only
yeah.
in their soaps, blah blah blah. And now we're like, I'll take anything I can do.
Yeah.
So now to learn, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Are you speaking for yourself? Is that what
Do you-
happens every decade?
You've got the handle.
You
No,
want
I've
a
got
mic?
the handle.
The handle is.
Am I ambidextrous? Because I am, yeah.
Oh,
Would you-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Chris.
But now-
That's why the producer said, "Stick it in your mouth. Stick it in your mouth." So I figured if I go to move to Johannesburg, at least I can learn Afrikaans by dating Afrikaans boys, which is
I'm not sure if it works that way.
It does in my land.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What? But uthetha isiXhosa? Oh no, Sutu.
Oh yeah, I teta. I do Sotho. I do Sotho. I do most of them. I can hear
Xhosa.
Tsonga, and Venda is the one that messes with me. But yeah,
You have to speak to Cyril about that.
yeah. It sounds difficult. Yeah, it sounds.
Venda sounds like they took Tswana and Sotho and then they threw it in with Portuguese. There's a lot of like. It's like a.
Where's your cousin? Your cousin?
Pirate!
Your cousin is driving past. Yes. It actually
Sorry,
is.
I can't talk.
It's every time you pick
How
up
much
the
money
mic.
do you owe him? Because every time you get the
He
microphone,
does.
he drives up and down and makes a noise.
We are going to go to commercial break in 2 minutes so that Kino can sort his cousin out. Just before we do, I wanted to talk about your singing, Kino. You are obviously a member of the Black Ties who have been around for a long time and are incredible group.
15 years, yeah.
Cape Town's first boy band.
New Year's Eve was
And
our anniversary, 15 years. We started at Cafe Manhattan, which is where I met you.
I actually think I was there that night.
Russell, that's next door,
Yeah.
gave us an opportunity to sing on his little stage. We were all a lot younger, so we could fit on that stage. Now, I'm not so sure. Me and Lloyd, we we need more space. Chad's still over there. He's fine. He's
Yeah,
fine.
Chad.
He's there. But anyway, so we've been together for 15 years, and things are picking up again. We basically shut down. We went from going from about, I'd say, between 6 to 7 solid gigs a month to like last year, from February to October, we had 0. Not one gig.
Yeah.
And then
a lot
October, people started to be a bit more, put their feet in the water. But
Yeah.
But
Good thing you're a Facebook
it's still
guy.
it's still quiet. It's still very, very quiet. I mean, I'll give you an example. I'd say 2017, we did a couple of deals with like places, but we had 27 gigs from the 1st of December till the 16th of December. 27. This year, in December, we had 3. And we were very happy to have those 3.
Yeah.
We were very lucky to have those 3. Because there's
Yeah.
people who haven't worked in 2 years. 2 years straight. Not
Yeah.
work. No work.
Yeah.
That's rough. Especially as a performer, because a lot of your self-esteem is tied up in work. Not gratification. Not
Yeah.
clapping, not hands. No, but the work. The
Creative
work. Doing
output.
the work. You have to express
Yeah.
what's inside of you. And if you don't get that outlet, it can mess you up.
Proper artist, yeah. Right, we are going to go to commercial break. And when we get back, we have more fantastic, scintillating conversation from all of us. So do stay tuned.
Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help you?
How about a car for those who set fire to the sound? Who cruise around town just to cool things down?
Welcome back to Fiona, Furey and Friends. Thank you. My fabulous audience coming to you live, as you can hear, from the Boca Creative Studio in Sea Point, Cape Town. So we have a fabulous audience. And thank you. And also, that's cute. And also you can hear the ambient sound of traffic in the background because Sea Point is very bustling, and we keep hearing Kino's cousin driving past in that car. Let me reintroduce my guest, just in case you are just tuning in. The fabulous KG super comic, Lee, podcaster extraordinaire and actress. and audience firm favorite. And Kino Lee, super actor, in fact the hardest working actor in South Africa, voice artist.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. I saw what you did there. You couldn't pronounce my fucking surname
didn't
again.
say
so
any- I
you
didn't say-
just lead podcast.
No one's surnames. We're all on first
Did
name.
not escape me.
We're all on first name terms. Listen, we're all, we're having drinks together. We're on first name terms. We're speaking.
You're my favorite.
Speaking of having drinks together,
He's drinking the Windeline again. I haven't. Has anyone ever seen such a blue drink? This is Windeline. Fitch and Leeds has managed to make the most palatable Windeline. It's beautiful, right?
as Lee was saying in our first segment, she loves cleaning, and you've just
I'm now going to clean with Fitch. There's like
she's
it
now
has two
inspired by
purposes. It has two purposes. If I
inspired to
stick a little gin in there, and I'll be cleaning for days.
Nice.
Well, this is actually blueberry with hints of cardamom.
Is it?
Do you remember that guy, the spice guy, Reza? So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to grind the spices, and it releases this wonderful aroma, and that's the warmth of Indian cooking.
Do you remember that guy?
Did you do that?
He was great.
I was going to say, did you do that
Love that
voiceover
guy.
as well?
No, I met him once at Cafe Manhattan, actually.
Oh, did you?
And he was like, why don't you guys come and sit down and have a meal with us?
I was like, no, it's
Sweet.
fine. I gotta go home. But you're very nice. He was a nice guy.
That's so
Anyways,
cute.
I don't know why I brought that up.
That's okay. And KG, you're not drinking at all at the moment.
Yeah.
You're fasting.
I follow Jesus. I'm crazy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm in a program with dudes called Edit Health. They're working out of Oxford University.
Okay.
It's myself and a couple of comics and actors and that sort of thing, and they're basically helping me get healthier.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on a 1040 this year. And dog, I started in September. This is how I knew I was fat guy. Started in September, I lost 23 kilograms
Wow.
in 7 weeks.
What?
And nobody said fuck all.
Oh.
No one said anything. Nobody wanted to check my HIV status. Like, it's a problem.
I thought it was your tummy tuck pants.
So-
I thought it was your undies. You know, you got one of
Like,
those.
proper. So, like, it's a cool program, and I can't drink it for can't drink for the first week because I'm fasting and microbiome, what. But it's really good.
Oh, good. Do you feel
Dude.
energized
Do I feel even
and
my
healthy and?
even
Oh God, she's with.
they're like harder, bruh. You know when you're like, hey, you know, like when you
I knew
you
I
ever
shouldn't have had
surprised,
Lee
you ever
Brembridge on the
surprised
show.
yourself.
I'm a mate. Well done on that. Because you were telling us on the break that your little one, because for those of you who weren't around for the first segment, KG's daughter's 10, and then you've got a 10-month-old. So you've got a lockdown baby. You weren't drinking Windeline during lockdown. No, making babies like that, right?
I'll tell you why. I got invited to this program because I like fasting and I play around with these things. Now, when COVID broke out, I thought I'm going to get the COVID because I'm a fuck up. And no, and then I started fasting again. So the scientists found me in the middle of a fast. And we made, fasting makes you, hey guy, when you eat when you don't eat and you start eating just fruits and vegetables, guy, the sex drive is ridiculous.
You mean horny?
Like,
That's the word.
yeah, but honey with no, you're just, but
Oh my God.
but you've got the added strength of it. You know what I mean? You ever surprised yourself like, whoa, I'm a bull. You know, like, yo. You ever go, whoa, I'm a bull.
I'm just trying to figure out how to spell fasting. I tried. It's called intermittent fasting,
Intermittent
right?
fasting, yeah.
So like I tried that, and what I realized is like, it should be called intermittent slowing, because I did it for a whole day, and nothing happened.
Oh, really?
I looked the same. Guys, I'm joking. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke. No, it does work. Intermittent fasting does work. I don't know if
It does.
you've tried it, but it does work. You just have to be quite relatively strict with yourself, and you must consult a doctor before the time. I spoke to Riyad Musa. I don't know if it counts. He is a doctor. He
He is
doesn't
a
practice
doctor.
anymore. He said he stopped practicing because he was good at it already. So then
Yeah.
he just stopped.
No, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. I think it's good advice.
But I was chatting to him one day, and he was like, no, he's also doing it, and he explained to me what the health benefits are, and so on and so forth. And it does actually give you quite a bit of calm and focus, because all you're thinking about is, okay, 4 o'clock I can eat, so I'm gonna get through to
But
4.
just do.
Going.
I've
but it
lost
works.
20 kilos doing it.
20 and 23, put it together, that's a whole
A whole
Backstreet Boy.
person. That's all. But intermittent fasting and a few other, I gave up gluten and a few of, I was having health things. So, but yeah, the intermittent fasting works really, really well. But you don't have to do it. I think that the thing is, if you think about it too much, it gets we just do say, I'm going to not eat before 12. So just have breakfast at 12 and then don't eat after dinner.
Are you still doing it?
Yeah.
So you just go on and on and on. So what happens when you stop, though?
Nothing happens. You just.
Do you lose your?
No.
Do
It's
you lose
actually
the
really
thing when you
good.
stop?
You do. Okay.
Guys, what I'm trying to say to you is that the last meal I had was Friday,
Oh wow. That's
Saturday morning at 4
What?
a.m. So 72. There's a whole thing,
a
man.
whole- you're doing
yeah,
one of
I'll
the
explain it to you.
long-
Yeah, so I did I'm doing a 72-hour water fast, and then microbiome reset, and then taste buds reset. It's a mess, but I know it works because I've done it, proper.
But then, how often do you do it? So you've got 72 hours. And
Well, I
then
started in September. I started in September, and it was September until end of November. Now, because I've got fat boy ways, and I'm a South African, as soon as it was the 1st of December, I was like, fuck hell.
Yeah.
Fuck hell.
Yes.
But now, because I'm getting real support, I've got doctors, I've got psychologists. It's a proper
Wow.
thing. There's
Yeah.
doctor, I'm doing mental work,
It's a
for the
full-
first time, I've got a psychologist talking to
Nice.
me, and you know what I mean? That vibe. I've got trainers, I've got some guy who was a Air Force guy in apartheid. It's nice, but I'm scared. I'm scared of him, you know?
Too scared to not do it.
A former apartheid soldier. You know, he's a nice guy, but
Do you meet up with him? It's not online.
yeah, we've
So
got
it's a proper- you can't
we've got
just
a 10
cheat.
o'clock appointment on Wednesday. We gym, it's a
Yeah.
thing. I mean, I eat fruits and vegetables mostly, and I enjoy that cock. I'm,
Yeah.
you know, I'm eating broccoli. This is nice.
That's good.
You know, and the benefits are really dope. My wife says I don't snore that much anymore, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those things. Snoring, I've got energy,
Mental clarity.
proper.
Yeah.
Right now, I
That's
was
what I
just
think.
writing somebody else's show, and I'm sharp. I'm sharp
Yeah.
as fuck.
Nice. Yeah.
It's those vibes. And the sex drive. Sex drive is.
Okay. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, your wife said she wanted a third baby, and you were like,
If it
no,
happens, it
if it
happens.
happens. But you're
Maybe-
saying, but you had a lockdown baby, when you weren't doing the intermittent fasting and you were 23
I
kilos
was,
heavy.
though.
Were
I
you?
was fruit fasting because I was scared of, like I was scared that I'm gonna get the COVID. Right? Like I was on that tip of, because I'm the type of buy, I buy like herbs, I buy like ginkgo, I buy like St. John's wort, and I go for the next 3 weeks, I'm eating fruits and vegetables and I'm drinking this, and that shit makes me feel good. I'm weird about those things, right? That's my vibe. And the baby happened in that space.
Okay.
You know?
Well, we don't want to say, like, we just want to preface that we're not saying, for those of you who are struggling to have children, that if you do intermittent fasting, you're going to be guaranteed of, getting pregnant. We're not saying that.
If you will get your hopes up based on what I'm saying, then you're fucked up in you. If you're gonna do
Dr.
that based on
KG.
me,
Yeah.
you're on your own.
Because your baby came from a bottle of vodka, didn't it?
Yeah, my baby came. I was drunk when I was drunk. I just broke fast. I was drunk. We had sloppy drunk sex. That's what you call it. Sloppy drunk sex. Yeah, that's what we had. It was scandalous, and it gave us a baby. Yeah.
But we're not saying that sloppy drunk sex makes babies either. Not generally. Yeah.
It often does, though.
Okay. There's drunk sex
Okay.
and then there's sloppy drunk sex.
Can we take the show away from sex for 5 minutes?
Baby, I'm coming home soon.
Kino's on the window lean. What?
Well, like I said earlier on, my baby was a 50 Shades baby. Anybody heard about those things? Women got together in groups. I'm talking about you ladies. Got together like a group, like 8 people, took up a whole row in the whole cinema, screaming when the thing is, if that bra was poor, you wouldn't have been so excited about a room with whips and gooters. You would not have been. That guy is if he was in a call center and is living Maitland in the separate entrance, and you go in there on your first date, and the man say, I got a room where I have gooters, you be like, peace, I am out. Anyways, that movie ended up with me, and now I have a son. I love my son to bits, but it did result from 50 Shades, so don't watch that, my brother. So, or maybe, I don't know, you just winked at me. Maybe you want to watch 50 Shades. I don't know.
Okay, back to fasting. It seems like I'm trying to keep this show.
I like
kind
it
of
how you
all
try
above
to
board.
move it
I know
away.
it's not every time I try move it
No,
away
say,
from sex. It's Elise says it's like a chessboard. I think it's more like a Ouija board. Okay, while we're talking about sex, let's talk about the podcast and where anyone who wants to now listen to
So
the
we're still on
podcast.
hiatus. So there are a few shows left that are on iTunes and Spotify under Bareback Stories, but alternatively, you can just keep following me on Insta, Bareback Stories, or there's a Facebook page for the updates on when the new platform will reveal itself and the shows will kick off again.
Fabulous. I keep looking at your tattoo
Oh,
as you lift your arm up. Can we mention your all of your, because you are like a proper astrologer.
no, I'm not an astrologer. No. I would never call myself an astrologer.
you
but
know so
there's,
much. No, you
we've had personal
Yes.
conversations. Yes, so this is the my very first tattoo that I got last year, just after my birthday and after I lost my pup. It's the constellation of Cancer, which is very important to me because that's my sign. But the metaphysical world and esoterics is something that I have been really, really passionate about studying. I've delved into all sorts of avenues for very many years, good over 25 years.
Yeah.
So it's something that's very close to my heart. Spiritualism, which is why the show, the byline is from sexualism to spiritualism and all the shit in between, because it really does encompass so much about life. And for me, a lot of people say to me, yeah, but I don't really believe in astrology, or I'm afraid to believe in astrology because I'm very religious, or my faith might not allow it. And what I try and encourage people to understand is the universal laws of cause and effect. At the end of the day, everything is about faith. It's about a belief system, and the universe is a mirror to us. You know, the planetary energies and what is happening at any given time can mirror and show us why certain things may happen in our lives at certain time, but it does not make things happen, because at the end of the day, everyone has free will. So it's not a belief system. You don't believe in astrology. You can embrace it, you can open yourself to understanding it, but it has no bearing on your faith or your religion, or it has no governance over it. Well, it doesn't mean that if you believe in the metaphysical world, even something other than even Eastern philosophies and feng shui or numerology for that matter, because I love numbers and I studied that as well. It doesn't mean that you can't follow your traditional religions and your faith. For me, I think it's just important that people have faith, an intuitive belief in something greater than themselves, because we are not just, rolling around alone on a planet or in a solar system with no with nothing else, that has any drive.
Well, KG, we had an interesting conversation a while ago, actually, about your dad and about religion, because your dad is a Sangoma.
Yeah.
And also the whole sort of spirituality that your faith is very much based around that, and African traditional faith rather than Western.
Oh yeah. But my mother, then, that side of the family is very Christian, and it's all good. I grew up in the Catholic Church. I danced for the Pope.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I danced for
Which
the Pope.
Which one?
John Paul II.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. But I grew older, and I found something that resonates.
Yeah.
Something that I can vibe with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm like, but this is what I believe in, and this is what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This is what I can teach my kid in terms of, if she has got questions, then I can answer confidently. You know what I mean? But I believe in the same things that you believe in. What you just said is, the world is bigger than us. That's what it is. It's bigger than this. There's other things.
Well, my mum passed away quite recently, and I must say I went, you look for answers and look for things like that. And the person who gave me the most comfort was actually a friend of mine who's a Sangoma, and talking about, I think when I went to chat to her about it, I was like, I want to talk to you about ancestor worship. And she was like, oh God, like rolled her eyes, like, oh yeah, okay, white woman, what? And I was like, no, it's not. It's not that. And then I said, are you, yes, sir? Don't tell. Don't tell anyone. Well, she didn't know what, but no, my friend who's Sangoma, she because then she said, where are you going with this? And I was like, well, I just wanted to know, how soon is it before my mom is on my team? And she was like, okay, no, it's not going to be some dodgy question. And actually, the best conversation, and the thing that gave me the most comfort and it actually made the most sense to me, was having a long conversation with her about ancestor worship. And it does often, I think, you need to take different parts of religion that resonate with you rather than what you've been force-fed.
Do you wanna? I think you take what you take, and you take what makes sense for you. You know what I mean? You take what makes you. You take what you can relate, because when I was in the church, I felt incomplete. Even before my dad was like Sangoma or whatever, I was just there and I was incomplete, and I had questions that people could not answer. But also, like when you find something that you can relate with, you're like, this belongs to us, this belongs to the family. This is what it is. And for me, it's, when I talk about ancestors, I'm not talking about dudes I'm talking about my grandmother. I'm talking about, you understand, the idea that they don't die was important to me. The idea that, I don't know, like, yeah, like it makes sense. I'm home when I'm practicing African spirituality. I feel good about it. You know what I mean? Like, I look forward to going home and doing the work. You know, like, I don't regret once that I was in the church. I don't hate the church. Matter of fact, when people invite me, I go and I sing my fucking heart out. I proper sing. You know what I mean? Because it's fun. I'm there for it. But for me personally, that's my vibe. Yeah.
No one can negate that we all come into this this human existence with ancestry that goes, that dates back and dates back and dates back. And there's a lot of, we're all energy and through the ancestry. And as lives change and intermarriage and interfaith marriage, and, it's been happening for millennia, the original ancestry and the faith and the religions change and morph and alter. So when you are born into a traditional faith and you are raised a certain way, for those people who do struggle or find it difficult to resonate with that particular faith that they are raised in and have questions that are not being answered, I think it's not unfair. That's not the right word, because who am I to judge? But just it's unfortunate that a lot of people struggle to feel at home within a specific tradition that they are raised in, and because of an ancestry, but they only know it to be, going back that far. So when you're delving into it, it's really amazing what it opens up for you and everything, and how you learn. And so many people's stories come from, so many different lines, and it just makes everyone very unique and individual, and we are. And I think it's important to just keep asking questions, and hopefully you are surround yourself, or can surround yourself with people, especially your family, but that's not always the case, that are okay, you go find your way, find your path. It doesn't mean that you have to shun or walk away from or hate or neglect how you were raised or what you were raised to believe, even if you change, because change is the one thing in life that is inevitable and it's never going to end.
Yeah.
Oh yes, change is the only constant. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine who I was working on a TV show with, she is very sort of free-spirited and used to partake of the holy herb as well, quite often. And then she went through some things, some experiences that changed the way that she was thinking about life, and she is now like a committed Christian. But she's still my friend. Do you know what I mean? There's just because she's changed her system of belief doesn't change that she's still my homie. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people who would be like, but I can't hang with her now because she's born again. Yo, sister still smokes some weed too, so it's all good. It's all good. It's fine. She can do what she needs to do. Oh, well, I don't know about that. But like, it's so difficult to just get through the day.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has their own issues. Like,
absolutely,
you got issues, I got issues, they got issues, whoever. Everybody's dealing with something.
Yeah.
I got a corn on my pinky toe. I can't think about anything else. Everybody has. No, I don't have. I'm making a joke. Everybody has something.
There's obviously someone in the audience does have one.
Something that's bothering you. Whatever you can find to get you through the day. Do you, boo-boo?
Yeah.
There's no way for me to judge what's working for you. Do you know what I mean? I'll keep it here by me. Whatever I'm doing is what I'm doing. I make sure I spread love to my family and my friends. I keep my circle positive. Whatever you do to get you through the day, you do that. And that's my view. That's
fantastic. We are going to wrap up the show in a minute, just so I don't get dragged back into sexual talk. No, I'm kidding. Why? No, I'm kidding. We're running out of time. But before we do anything, I just want to check in with all of you. Where can people find you, your movies, Keto? When have you got gigs coming?
So I'm currently in Zuidooster, which is on the pay channel. We got a couple of episodes that I think my character arc is rounding out. I'm a gangster in there. I'm very scary.
Whoa.
I'm very scary, guys.
Are you?
Not really, but I tried. I tried. And I have a couple of movies coming out. There's one called Altyd Pa. And
What does that mean?
most of the it's like Always Dad.
Okay.
Most of the cast are above 60 years old, which is really cool. It's set in a old age home, and I play the manager of the old age home. So it's really really cool to see older actors, getting work and
Yeah.
still being able to be out there.
Exactly.
And then I got another SABC 1 TV series that comes out at the end of Feb called Caravan, which is also
Okay.
about older people and discovering themselves and what works for them in life and so on and so forth. And then I got some new music coming out just before Valentine's Day. You can find me on
Do
Instagram
you?
at Kenolee, Keenoolee, and on
the music,
Facebook
where's
as
it
well.
coming out?
Kenolee, just look for Kenolee, I'll be there.
Just okay.
So just before Valentine's Day, I have a song that I'm dropping.
And Kino's
I
got
just
the
like
most
to sing.
beautiful voice.
I don't really expect anybody to play it or listen to it. I do it because I love to do it and I still can. When I sound cuck, I'll stop.
You won't sound cock. Lee,
So, like I said, Bareback Stories will be coming back. You can find me on Instagram at Bareback Stories, on Facebook as well. I have no movies or anything actually in the works. I haven't been working on my acting for a while because of COVID, and also because I've actually been writing a show.
which is great.
I write as well. So I've been writing a show. I came really, really close last year to getting it into production, but I am very positive about this year. So I'm tweaking that and going into talks, and hopefully that will be the vehicle that propels everything. So that will
It's going to happen. I can feel it.
be launched hopefully later in the year. But yeah, it's just getting the podcast back up and running, and waiting to see what the acting world in Joburg has in store. So we'll
Nice.
see.
In the meantime, social handles, where can people
so
follow
at
you?
At Bareback Stories, BAREBACK
On Insta.
STORIES.
Okay.
Yes.
And KG.
Hey, you can catch me at the Rondebosch Common jogging. For now, guys,
With
I have to be honest.
with your trainer.
I'm actually still on leave. I'm not really like thinking about going back. I did a one-man show for the first time in a while last year in November. So I'm gonna tour that from March. I know I've got a gig in South Sudan.
South Sudan.
Oh yeah, I've been traveling the continent mid-COVID.
Nice.
That's been cool. So I've got South Sudan, I've got Kenya, I've got South Sudan, I've got Nairobi, I've got Dar es Salaam, and yeah, I'm chilled. Right in South Africa, I don't know what I'm doing when. I'm still on leave.
Are you streaming any of your gigs?
I do not stream.
Do not stream.
Come see me live. I do corporate gigs streamed.
Okay.
Yeah, but my own shows, like, I wait for the live.
Isn't that weird now, because you can't hear them laughing?
It really is, and I figured Uguti, if I'm really gonna do it, because I've had it 9 to 5, like I believe that if I'm gonna do it, I must have the time of my life doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if somebody goes, hey man, do a stream for corporate whatever, then I can do that just fine. It's cool. I've learned how to do it. I've learned how to connect. But for my personal shows, I'd like to see the people. I'd like to talk to people. I'd like to hear them laugh. I also like to hear them hate the thing. You know what I mean? I like to hear people go, but that's cack. You're wrong. I like that.
Heckling.
Yeah. So we'll see. There will be work. There is work.
Yeah.
Comics are working. But because I had proper pushed myself until the end of the year,
You're taking a break.
I just want to take a break, just think about other jokes, and then I'll go back.
And
I
on
love
social,
doing stand-up.
where can people find you? Facebook.
KG Comic everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, everywhere. Just
Everywhere.
find me there.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I've had so much fun with all three of you. I knew you guys were going to be an awesome panel, an awesome, awesome
Dope.
guest.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, audience. Audience has been amazing. Please watch the space on Facebook for future shows. Thank you very much, Boca Creative Studio. It's been incredible having us, and we will see you very, very soon. We'll be back. Thank you.